What's up, what's up, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of Throwing the Towel Podcast. I'm your host, Chuxpain. I got my co-host with me, Djones.
What it do, what it do?
I got a very special guest.
Yeah.
Not the second time he's been on here, but this time he on here for real, for sure.
Second time I had a little studio session.
Yeah,
so
you know what I'm saying? We had a little studio session, but he on here for sure.
Yeah.
We got the one and only, the greatest.
Yeah.
Jackson in the building.
Thank y'all for having me.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for having me.
Jackson is a local artist. You know, he's blowing up right now. You know, you about to take off here.
Not yet, but it's on the way.
It's on the way.
2023, I really.
What's up, what's up, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of Throwing the Towel Podcast. I'm your host, Chuxpain. I got my co-host with me, Djones.
What it do, what it do?
I got a very special guest.
Yeah.
Not the second time he's been on here, but this time he on here for real, for sure.
Second time I had a little studio session.
Yeah,
so
you know what I'm saying? We had a little studio session, but he on here for sure.
Yeah.
We got the one and only, the greatest.
Yeah.
Jackson in the building.
Thank y'all for having me.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for having me.
Jackson is a local artist. You know, he's blowing up right now. You know, you about to take off here.
Not yet, but it's on the way.
It's on the way.
2023, I really feel confident. I feel like that's going to be a special year. So
That's
right now, I'm just, taking my little time, just, trying to humble myself and just prepare myself for whatever journey God got put in force for me.
That's what's up. Okay. Yep. And he gonna help us talk about some topics here. We got a lot to talk about, A lot of shit done happen.
Yeah, first off, we gotta address, that man Terrence Crawford.
You know what I'm saying?
Ducking aerospace.
Okay, so Jones wanted to cover this topic all week. So we're gonna start with that topic, Terrence. I don't know too much about the situation, but
I know a lot about it too.
They know a lot about it, so they're gonna help us explain to us. So Jones, just tell the people what's going on kind of with that situation.
All right, so you got Terrence Crawford. Right now, he's pretty much a free agent, so he controls his career 100%.
Right.
So right now, he has the ability to make this aerospace fight.
Tell them who Terrence Crawford is before that, because you said he got the ability to control his future. Tell them who he is for the average boxing fan, because you a boxing superhead, and I know that. So let them know who Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford, because they don't know who these people is like you are. Like you know who these people is.
Sure. I mean,
is Terrence Crawford good?
We also
he's good, bro. But I say his opponents during the time he faced them, they wasn't during their prime. So you know what I'm saying, or they wasn't good enough.
I feel that.
So, but I ain't gonna say he's just a trash ass boxer or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? He good.
Yeah, he's top 3 pound for pound.
I say top 5.
Yeah, top 5. I'm just speaking about the ranking.
Yeah.
I'm an Earl Spence fan. I love Earl too, but it's he done did his numbers.
Yeah,
he done did his numbers.
I mean, but basically, he been fighting on ESPN Top Rank for a good minute.
Yeah.
And Earl Spence been on the other side, with Showtime.
Yeah.
Doing this thing, so. I feel like right now is the perfect time to make it happen, and bro dipped off and just fighting nobody. I don't even know who he fighting.
Did you think that it was gonna happen in December? Because I thought it was gonna happen in December,
bro.
I thought Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford was definitely gonna happen in December.
Yeah, I was thinking it was gonna happen in November, December, or even January. You know what I'm saying? But
I think eventually it'll get done, but it's just gonna be a while.
But this is the perfect time. Both of them are undefeated. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
at the prime of their careers.
Yeah,
I watched I recently watched the DJ Vlad interview, and I think he was interviewing Jason Lee, and he was talking to Jason Lee because Jason Lee has a very close friendship with Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah,
and so Jason Lee was telling him about when he first met Floyd and how their interaction went, and he was like he didn't know anything about boxing. And he said he asked Floyd why Floyd was ducking Pacquiao. He didn't know anything about boxing, but he was saying he had heard, that's what he heard everybody saying.
Yeah.
Floyd's scared of Manny. Floyd's scared of Manny.
Yeah.
So he asked him that. And he was like, when Floyd answered him, Floyd was like, that's the fight that everybody wants to see. And he said, I'm going to build my career on being a villain until they want to see that fight to the point that I'm going to cash out on that.
And you know how much money that fight made?
And I honestly think at some point they're gonna fight.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
I just don't want it to be when they're past their prime.
Yeah.
I don't want it needs to happen in the next 12 months. We need that soon. We need
Boxing
it very, very soon. Boxing needs it. The world deserves it, man.
Yep.
The welterweight division deserves that fight.
But all I gotta say, man, is stop ducking, man. Fight that man Errol Spence. You know
who you talking to when you say that?
Talking to Terrence Bud Crawford
and his management,
or Terrence Duck.
Yeah.
You know, Crawford. Cause you ducking, man. You know you high, man.
Affleck.
Yeah.
Okay.
How y'all feel about these college games this past week?
You know, as far as college football, did y'all watch all the games or?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't catch too much. I caught a little bit of the Bama game,
Right.
But I was really watching boxing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know. I was at his crib and we was, you know.
Before we go to football, just to backtrack a slight minute, because you say you was watching boxing.
Yeah.
I didn't get to see the fight last night. Did you see the fight?
Yeah, with Beaver.
With Beevil.
Man, hey,
What
bro.
type of fight? And Beevil beat Canelo, for all the people that don't know. Canelo only lost 2 fights. One to Floyd, the second to Beevil.
Yes, sir.
Beevil beat Canelo this year, so Beevil is a big deal. Even though Canelo went up a weight class to fight him, you know, Canelo big than a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Everybody always say he big for his weight class in the first place. So it's like Beevil beat Canelo. He is no joke. He is no slump. He beat Canelo.
They
Canelo
calling that man a masking assassin.
Yeah. He'll knock some shit down. He'll fight. Yeah, he a good fighter, real good fighter.
Man, I saw that fight. And he was the shorter dude, but he was so quick and smooth. Made it look easy, man. So
You saw that Devin Haney and Lomachenko supposed to be next.
I think Lomo is kind of past his prime. He started.
My money
do
on
too.
Haney. You know, I bet the house on Haney.
But Haney's the favorite though.
I think about him.
Yeah.
Is he gonna knock somebody out?
I agree. And that's a good question. I will say though,
He can win a fight.
most
I don't think
definitely.
Lomachenko's gonna.
Most
I don't think he's gonna
definitely.
knock out Lomachenko, bro.
I will say that second Kambosos fight, it was a really, really good fight. Like from Haney's behalf, you know, even though he didn't knock that man down, if you looked at that man's face after that fight, Kambosos, his shit was, you know what I'm saying? Like Haney, I like seeing that type of Haney because, you know, same thing with Floyd. They always tried to be like Floyd don't got no
thing
power
about
to
Haney,
knock people out.
I like watching him because he controlled the whole fight from
Yeah.
beginning to end.
And he's what, 23?
Young.
Like to see that's scary.
That's
That's
scary.
scary to see somebody that
He
young.
can only get better.
Yeah, he can only get better. He can only
And
get
so
better.
yeah.
So we can we hop to college football now? This your forte.
So yeah, so let's talk about some of the college football games that went on this weekend. I know, you know,
Let me get
everyone
my
wants to talk
list.
about Bama, LSU, and Tennessee, Georgia.
Yeah.
You know, but you know what's actually crazy though? Did y'all watch like the rankings that came out last week with the teams and everything?
I watched I caught a little bit of it.
A little bit, because it's like a lot of people were complaining like they weren't, you know, some of the teams were ranked higher just based off of, you know, their brand name. For
You
example.
told me that before
SEC.
before the Clemson game started. Before Clemson got shut out.
If you really look at it, they haven't really beat any good teams. They're undefeated, but they haven't beat any good teams or played any good teams, and so they just got exposed by Notre Dame. Notre Dame whooped their ass. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I mean, Notre Dame ain't no just.
No, but Notre Dame, they lost like 2 or 3
Notre
games this year,
Dame
though.
didn't just beat them; they beat them.
They beat the
35
brakes
to 14.
off of them, like-
and Notre Dame is unranked.
Yes.
Like we got to get some respect. To
Notre Dame. How many games did Notre Dame lose? 3 games.
Yeah, they're 6-3.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
you're
beat the
right.
brakes off of Clemson. And you know, I honestly, just a brief point on Clemson, I really think it's certain programs that are more programmed than players,
Yeah.
and I really think Clemson at this point is more of a players than program.
Most definitely.
Because if you just look at the run as far as like all the Clemson run, think about all the NFL players they've had on that team in the past, and so from quarterback from Deshaun Watson straight to whatever the nickname on the Jaguars is.
That nigga.
That nigga.
Sunshine?
Huh?
Talking about Sunshine? Number 16?
Nah, the quarterback for the Jaguars.
Yeah, Sunshine.
Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
Oh, he said Sunshine.
Sunshine. Yeah.
Yeah, Sunshine. Yeah.
Hey, you know I got that Dallas slang, so you know it may come off a little.
I thought this nigga was saying Sunshine.
Yeah.
It's the echo in the headphones.
Nah, but yeah, so I just feel like they're more players right now. You know, even their defensive coordinator that went to go be the head coach for the Oklahoma Sooners. Yeah, he's not doing good either. Like it depends. Alabama is definitely like a program type of thing. They're a dynasty, but Clemson, I think, is more so players. So
most definitely.
As far as the other games, you know, I know honestly I didn't catch any of the Tennessee and Georgia game.
I caught a little bit of it.
You caught a little bit of it.
Georgia was dominating.
What did you
first half?
What did you think of Tennessee before the game? Did you really think they were worthy of the number one ranking?
I mean, somewhat.
They did beat Alabama, but
Alabama is always a tough opponent to beat. Always.
That's very true. I will say, man, we done seen a lot of good Alabama teams. Like, we've seen some unstoppable Alabama teams. Mm-hmm. The one that they're playing with right now is not that.
Yeah, no,
it's
not.
They have some very good players.
Yeah.
But damn, we done seen some good Alabama teams. Like, think back to our high school days. Yeah. Like, man, we done seen some damn good Alabama teams.
Julio.
Man, we done seen
Mark Cooper.
Like, it's too many. Like, even
it's too many. Yeah, they have
many,
like
man.
Damn near half the NFL's from Alabama.
And they have the most NFL players.
Yeah. When I used to watch, most of the times when I watch Alabama, it's like I get goosebumps. You know, by how disciplined, how talented, you know, just like how far ahead of the game they are than everybody else. And it's like when I watch that team this year, I don't get those goosebumps. I see a football team. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I see a regular football team.
Yeah,
and when I'm watching some of these other teams, like I remember last night we were
Why is that though?
Well, I'll also say, like, you know, I'll say this too. Their quarterback is playing hurt right now. Like, I could tell, like,
Bryce.
Bryce. He's not supposed to be playing. If he was playing for like a mid-level program, he would just be like, fuck it, fuck this season, I'm going to the draft. Like, he's not supposed to be playing, but because he's playing for Alabama,
what's wrong with him?
I don't know exactly, but he got hurt in the beginning of the season, and then it's really
not the same.
Yeah, and he's not really the same,
and that's fair because he was. He won the Heisman last year.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know,
that you think that's making his stock go down. You know, him playing hurt.
A little bit.
I definitely think
a little bit because coming into the season, they were saying that he was possibly going to be the number one pick between him and the Ohio State quarterback, and then I think it was someone else. But you know, the way he's playing, I don't think. I still think he's going to be a good NFL quarterback.
Yeah.
But
like a Jalen Hurts type
like, you know what I'm saying, like,
maybe they have to grow.
Because even like Tua is coming, like, even people are saying, "Oh, Tua's trash." He coming around now.
Yeah,
he looking kind of good now.
Before that injury
and Jalen,
before that concussion, he was on the fucking up and up.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like,
he was every on the up and up. But it just take the right situation to be in. But as far as like the Alabama actual team, like, you know, they definitely look beatable right now. And they've been beat twice, and do you think their playoff chances are over with, or do you think
I think it's done with?
You think it's done with?
And I didn't think that I would be saying this, but yes, I definitely
if they get in, it's rigged because they lost 2 games.
And I'm not trying to count Alabama out, but I watched them lose to a very good LSU team last night, but LSU's quarterback cannot throw the football.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
He's a run first quarterback.
Yeah, Daniels, Jayden, he can make shit happen. Don't get me wrong. He had 2 passing touchdowns last night, but if you watch that game, I mean, he had 183 passing yards. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a 5-yard pass, 3-yard pass. So it's like if you're getting shredded apart by those type of, you know, quarterbacks. When you face somebody that's dynamic, it's like...
Which is that what happened with Tennessee. They faced a quarterback that was actually really
What happens
good.
when you're Alabama and you face a Bryce Young? Mm-hmm. What happens? You get fucked up.
Exactly. So
Because man, Jaden, and that was a great. He played a great game.
Yeah, he played it.
night.
He played the game of his life.
But if you mean to tell me that that's one of the top 5 or 10 quarterbacks that they're gonna come across this year, I don't think that that's true. So if they struggle like that with him, that kind of makes me think like, y'all are gonna have some trouble down the line. Like, they looked human last night.
Yeah,
they looked
definitely.
very invincible.
Very, very beatable. Yeah. Same thing with Tennessee. And honestly, I didn't have too much faith in Tennessee. I didn't even know why they were ranked number 1. But
Jesus,
they were ranked number 1. Bro.
Yeah.
But who? But then I was thinking, who is going to be ranked number 1? Because I feel like
give it back to Georgia.
Yeah, I feel like Georgia should have been number 1 in the first place, but they already lost the game, right? Or they're undefeated? I don't know.
Georgia is still undefeated, to my knowledge.
Everyone look it up. Jamie, look it up.
Listen,
y'all look it up too.
Georgia's the first one, the last one to find it got to take a shot.
Yep. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Y'all got that.
Georgia's still undefeated. They 9-0.
Yeah,
Georgia's still undefeated.
Yes. Chuck, you got to take a shot.
Nah, I wasn't searching. I was gonna say, tell everyone, please make sure to like, subscribe to the channel.
Throw in the towel.
Throw in the towel podcast. Follow us on Instagram. Throw in the towel 214. Same thing on Twitter. So just make sure y'all do that. But damn, see. So I guess Jones got to take a shot. But
nah, that's all on you, buddy.
It's a cold world.
Nah, but see, if they're undefeated, I definitely should have thought Georgia should be number 1. Then
they need to.
It's a lot of undefeated teams too, though. I feel
TCU undefeated.
Most definitely. Georgia.
They really ain't.
Yeah, Georgia was number 1 before they went to number 3, though, right? They got They were number 1 at one point. Tennessee
I think
was
they were number 1.
One of them weeks.
They were number 1, and I think they played a sorry team real close, and so they was like, oh, they put Alabama.
Yeah.
I don't really remember. I don't follow college football too close, but I do know a lot about like some of the stuff, like the stats and everything. But yeah. What you were gonna say?
I think that Georgia was number 1 before they became number 3, and I think that you got to knock off the champion. Like, if you're number 1, like, somebody has to dethrone you from being number 1. Mm-hmm. If you've been 8-0 and 9-0 and 7-0 and 6-0, I don't understand how the rankings just move so much. That's how a team like Tennessee or like a Clemson gets into a top 5. Yeah. And it's like, respectably, like, I ain't never known them names to be in top 5.
But also I will say,
based off the level of competition.
Yeah, there's some good teams out here, man.
But I will say, some people might say that's the reason why Clemson was at the top, because just of brand. Because a lot of times, one thing I don't like with the committee is that they always they use the brand first before they actually like. So it's like, if
because
Alabama, and that's what I'm saying. So, for example, TCU is undefeated, but they're like number 8.
Yeah.
And so like, if we're calling it fair, I know they haven't played a real great team, but if we're calling, they play some good teams.
And I agree with you. I agree with you with the branding, because when you talk about branding, they play some good teams, but TCU is in Fort Worth, right?
Exactly. TCU is Fort Worth.
I don't think people want to come to Fort Worth to.
But not only that, they don't have a long history of being successful as far as like
brand comes.
That's where that brand comes from. Yeah.
And
so like that's. But it's, if you want college football to be more parity driven, because I'll say this, it's bigger than just like the actual team, because what's happening is, high school recruits are looking at like the standings and going to these games and shit. So they looking like, damn, TCU 8-0 and they still, you know what I'm saying? They still like, I'm not 8-0, but they undefeated and they still number 8. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I don't want to go to a school and be undefeated number 8. I'm gonna go to the biggest brand school, or like wherever the fuck.
You gotta think about it. These kids are getting offered money now.
That's the thing, though.
They've been getting offered money. The only difference is legally. Yeah, the difference now is the size of that motherfucking bag. They've been getting money. True. As they should have. They've been deserving this money. If they're getting money now, nothing changed from now and since then as far as like the significance of a college athlete. The shit they was doing back then, their significance was just as significant back then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The only difference now, I guess you got like the social media and stuff that's brought into play. You got the G leagues and this, that, and the third that's paying people six figures and whatnot.
Exactly, yeah.
But it's like, man, the amount of money that these kids, generate, crazy. And for them to not be able to get a part of it is fucking criminal.
It's crazy.
It's really, really criminal.
Like somebody like Zion, what he did for Duke.
Like, dude, you know what I'm saying?
What he did for college basketball.
Because I'm not even gonna lie to you. College basketball is boring as fuck.
Yeah, and he kind of.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you only watch because you know what I'm saying, for like a nigga like Zion or some shit like that. Anybody watching that motherfucking pass.
How you feel about him? Hey, he doing his thing.
He balling. He was balling before he got hurt. Zion, he always ball when he on the court.
Oh, and you know what? I forgot to say this in the beginning of the show, but we don't have our other host Stu here. Yeah. He's busy right now, but I will say
shout out to Stu boy.
Shout out to Stu boy. I will say, Stu, we got the current bet going on. You know, Zion got to play 42 games. He's already played what, about 6?
What'd you bet, Stu?
I bet he missed like 2 games.
I bet Stu Zion is going to be healthy for at least half the season.
Okay.
And Stu said no.
That's fair.
We got $50.
I see where Stu is coming from.
He do be falling hard as hell.
He do be falling, but bro, it's only 42 games.
And he too damn big to be falling.
You say only 42, but man,
it's only 42 games. The season where he people was like, damn, he ain't play. He still played like 30 something games.
30 games is not a lot.
I know, but 42 is not a lot either. If he get hurt, that's fine as long as he play 42.
I think if there's the standard season, 82 games.
82 games, yes.
And then you got the playoffs potentially. If you win a title, it's 4 series. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we talking about.
But we just talking about regular season.
Well, we talking about a season. Mm-hmm. The playoffs are included in the season, or am I?
That's
wrong?
what I told Stu, but he was like, nah.
So it's like, so we talking about 95 to 100 games.
Oh, don't get me wrong, bro. I don't think Zion is gonna be, and God forbid, I want him to be healthy, but I don't think Zion will.
I don't want you if you can't. If you can't be healthy for me, no matter how talented you are. I agree.
but see, that's where I kind of disagree with people, and they're like, oh, like I need to play. My thing is, if depending on the certain type of player, you got to pick and choose. Yeah. If, for example, Anthony Davis, even though he's still gonna get hurt, but people I don't think Anthony Davis should be playing 82 games. Yeah. I think even if he's healthy,
I think that load management,
for a player like Kawhi and these players who get hurt every year. Definitely. Like, I think there should be some load management.
That's interesting because you're right. I don't see a lot of coaches take care of their players.
Bro. You already know they're not gonna finish the season healthy. So if you want them right for the playoffs, you play them in spurts, and then when it gets to the playoffs, you start playing them, and then that way they're more ready to go, and then they're able to play the playoffs. They did the same thing with LeBron from time to time, but LeBron played. LeBron's built to play.
If I think from it's funny you say that because now that you say that, if I think from a head coach's perspective, if I got a 5-game stretch and we play the Warriors, and then we turn around, we play the Phoenix Suns,
you know what I'm saying,
and then we turn around, we play the Nets. And then we turn around and we play the Pacers.
Exactly. Yeah.
You might need to sit out for that Pacers game, respectfully, because we got the Clippers after the Pacers.
The Golden State Warriors, they just did that the other night.
Yeah, they sat down Clay.
They sat down for the whole night. It was Clay, Steph, Wiggins, and somebody else. They just
on the contrary.
Losing streak.
On the contrary, I don't think Clay need rest. I think Clay needs to fucking play more.
I think Clay needs to play
don't need no rest because Jordan Poole is on his ass.
I mean, but he's coming off an injury.
I agree, which is why he needs to
think he needs to play.
He done missed 2 years damn near, basically.
Yeah.
It's like you
but he came a long way.
Yeah, he
But I got a bone to pick with the Warriors, though.
And he played a major part in the last championship.
Huge part because he's still Clay. Even a 75% Clay is still better than 75% of the shooting guards in the league. You know what I'm saying?
But I got a bone to pick with the Warriors.
What is that?
Yo, they's not playing my nigga Jonathan Kuminga, JK. Every time that nigga gets in the ball game, bro, that nigga's going off, bro. I don't know what's going on. Huh?
What number is he?
I don't know. But
any double zeros?
Bro, I don't know any.
That's the dude with the braids, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
he
black dude
nice.
with the braid. Yeah, he nice.
He's like a baby Wiggins.
Yeah, he nice, bro. And it's like, I think the Warriors fans are kind of getting on Steve Kerr ass about that because I watched some of the post game that Steve Kerr was saying. He was like, he deserves to play more and he deserves some more minutes. So they're gonna in the future give him more minutes because people are like, bro, every time he come in the game, this nigga he get 18 easily
The problem. Yeah. It's hard to make adjustments when you're winning.
Yeah, and I knew when they drafted him too that was going to be the issue. I was like,
and they've been winning for years. It's hard to make adjustments when you're winning, and it's like he's a power forward center. He plays.
And the thing about that, that's a good problem. Yeah. That's not a bad problem.
It's a rare problem. Yeah. It's so rare that not a lot of people know how to deal with it, and it's tough. It's very, very tough. Not a lot of
teams, yeah.
Not a lot of teams know how to deal with it. It's a tough problem.
And then also as well, it's hard because he's not a player that can, his skill set's so unique. So he's not a player that he's really a player that you can actually build a team around. And so it's hard because I know if you watch the game, they're playing other rookies and other players out of nowhere, niggas I never heard before. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure the reason they're doing that is because, those are easily role players that can come into the game.
Another reason I think it is the Warriors that we know, they're not dominated by big men. They're a guard, which is rare. They're a guard-dominated team, which is Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, and then you got supporting cast. They've never had a big. When have they ever had an all-star?
But they've always had good wings. Though.
Exactly, but that's the thing.
But see,
that's the only one that they have. Draymond is a system player. He do everything. He is Swiss Army knife. He do everything. They've never needed a big man. Draymond was an all-star scoring 10 points. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm saying they've never had a big man in recent memory that was scoring 20, 25. They haven't needed that because they're dominated by them. So when a guy like Kuminga doesn't get the minutes that he deserves.
But see, I don't even think Kuminga's a big man, though. Yeah. He's more of a wing player.
What's his position?
Small forward.
How tall is he?
Every time he come in the game, he plays small forward.
And he's a big nigga.
He big, but bro, he can dribble. He a
big nigga, bro.
He a wing player, bro. And so and you have a point because even with the wing players,
it's not fair to him though. I do agree, but he's part of a great team.
Yeah.
It's tough. He's just a part.
Like I said, a good problem.
You know what I'm saying? He's a great player, and I see that same explosiveness that you see.
Yeah.
I think that they're more focused on replacing Steph and replacing Klay when it's all said and done.
Yeah.
They found somebody to bless you. They found somebody to replace Klay in the sense of Jordan Poole.
I think Klay is on his way out.
And within the next,
but see,
I say year or so.
But look,
no, you think that's soon?
If not this year, by next year, by the trade deadline. Yeah.
But look, they're not going to get rid of
done with the NBA.
No, just Golden State.
Okay.
But they're not going to get rid of him on like I said.
Do you think they're going to pay? Do you think they're going to pay him more than they just poured Jordan Poole?
Damn, niggas don't only let me talk.
I got a question. Okay. Do you think they're going to pay him more than they just paid Jordan Poole?
Pay who?
Klay.
Hell no.
See, but okay, it depends because
y'all if they had surgery, he's not the same.
Y'all got to look at the teams that won. Mm-hmm. Every team that's won, they've had wing players.
Niggas want to be paid.
Damn,
niggas want to be paid.
Hold on, we gotta.
Every team that's won, every team. God damn, nigga finding this bit.
And another thing.
Nah, but every wing player that's every championship team they've had a wing player that could play on offense and defense. Yeah. So if you give up Klay,
you got
Andrew Wiggins, but it's like you're also losing a bunch of scoring.
Most definitely.
Unless because Jordan Poole is a great offensive player, he's not a great defensive player. So it's like
let him be around Draymond some more.
I think that
Draymond gonna get him right.
I think that with Golden State
gonna get him right. I'm telling you.
Nah, yeah, in the boxing ring.
Niggas need to slap box Draymond before practice every single day. You know how niggas got their handshakes and shit? Niggas need to slap box Draymond for practice.
Ain't nobody doing me like that, bro.
Yeah, that's tough. Ain't no nigga touch. Yeah, that's tough. All right, so
They would have traded my ass.
So let's just segue real quick off the sports. Y'all was fixing to go into this topic a little bit ago, but you know, we in Dallas, Texas right now. You know what I'm saying? We from Dallas. Like, this city is very, very near and dear to us. Not just the city, the state, Texas. Like, we love Texas. And unfortunately,
no. We're gonna do that.
We're gonna do that at the very end.
Not at the very end, but I want to talk. I want to touch, but we get all the sports related stuff out the way before.
What more sports we got to talk about?
We got to talk about the Nets coach.
Okay.
And Kyrie Irving.
Okay, let's do the Nets topic class. Might be. I got ahead of myself.
You good.
So introduce that topic. Please.
So no, because I just want to talk about just a little, and we're gonna get to that topic because that's the
not
main,
a little, a lot.
Yeah,
we gotta talk.
Because that's the main thing of the show. So yeah, so we're gonna get into that. But you know, I just want to talk real quick about the Nets hire with Ime Udoka. And then also we can talk about Kyrie, the whole Kyrie situation, because this shit is crazy. But as y'all know, the Nets just hired Ime Udoka and got rid of Steve Nash.
Shout out Ime.
Shout out Ime, you know.
And he still got Neil on.
Respectfully. He still got her?
Yeah.
Still got her.
He doing something right.
He pee.
Nah, for real. Shit, that nigga went to a new team. Nigga said, fuck y'all.
Nah, for real, he got that shit shaking too when he popped out.
And, you know, people's mad. Some people mad. And it's like, I'm like, what they mad about, you know?
It ain't your business.
You know what I'm saying? He just got a new job. Shit, but what do y'all think, as far as even like basketball-wise, do y'all think that's going to... What can you make of the Nets right now anyways? Because they're doing awful as far as basketball goes.
That's tough.
And they got so much shit going on outside of basketball. So
that's tough because Kyrie is my spirit animal.
Man,
I relate to him because I feel like,
man,
like as a musician, I feel like sometimes like people want to confine me to like just music. You know what I'm saying? I be just like, bro, fuck this music, nigga. I don't give a fuck about this shit. Like, it's other shit that goes on in life. And I think with him being a basketball player, like, a lot of times people just want you to do everything to be like the perfect basketball player. But you be like, nigga, fuck this basketball. Like, I got real life going on. And it's hard to separate your craft and your career and this, that, and the third from, like, your actual self. Because money is not everything. You know, when you can't lay down at night and sleep comfortably, you know what I'm saying? Because you doing something that you don't believe in or because you blah, blah, blah. Like, I walked away from my highest paying 2 jobs recently. Not recently, but within the past couple of years. Like, both of my jobs that I left, like the only 2 jobs I ever quit, both of them were my highest paying jobs at the time. But I walked away because I couldn't go to sleep at night, like, you know, knowing that, oh, this is what this stand for. So it's like money is not fucking everything, and they want people to like put the money and the dollar and this and the third before everything.
Nah, that's true. And you know who should know that more than anyone?
Who?
LeBron James.
Sheesh.
And
preach.
Man, it's just you know, because I'm not saying Kyrie's right about everything, but the way they're treating him right now, as far as that suspension shit goes and everything.
They making an example.
Like, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like,
they saying if you do this is what you gonna
exactly,
have
bro.
to pay.
Exactly, and
that's scary.
And it's bullshit because you know Kyrie, he really just stay in his own lane. You know, he play basketball. You know,
and the media
stay out of trouble.
And the media hates him, bro, because you know. One thing I know about is like they never cover anything good about. One thing I know about Kyrie, that's a charitable person, bro. Like if you just go look at what he actually gives to and what he actually does on his free time, that is a charitable whole person. But it's like no one wants to focus on that. They only want to focus on all the bad shit or quote unquote bad shit.
Yeah, the pulverizing shit.
That's a better word. Yeah, pulverizing shit.
Yeah.
All that. They just want to focus on all that. And you know, and the reason I brought LeBron up is because, man, it just sucks, bro. Because I ain't gonna lie, like we as a people, we don't really have too much power right now. Like as far as, so it's like even the biggest people we look up to. I mean,
we have power, but I think
and LeBron is one
a
of
lot
my
of people
idols.
is not.
You know what I'm saying?
LeBron is an idol of mine. When I read that quote that he said about Kyrie, I understand where he was coming from. I feel like at the end of the day, though, if you're my friend and I make a statement and you come out publicly and you say, I don't respect what Jack said.
That's like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm bothered by it.
And I'm not rocking with that.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like at the end of the day, why would you speak on that? I understand that they're asking you about it. I feel like your job should be to attribute to my character.
Yeah.
I know, you know what I'm saying? If I'm speaking from a standpoint of LeBron, which I can't, but I'm saying from a standpoint of a person that's been a fan of his. I spent money towards LeBron. You know, I bought LeBrons. You know what I'm saying? I bought LeBron clothing. So, like, speaking from a standpoint of a fan, it kind of hurt me to see, like, a black man that, like, made me feel like I can do anything that I want to do. It hurt me to watch him speak down on his little bro. Because Kyrie is, you know, supposedly, but it's like when you're a leader, you're a leader, you know, and it's like regardless of y'all's personal relationship, I feel like you got to understand the significance of Kyrie as a person to the black culture.
Yeah.
So when you come out and you say, I don't respect what he did, and people know that you two have a close history, it's just like, it's conflicting for me because I felt like you didn't have to do that. You could have spoke. I would have preferred you come out and say, I don't agree with what he said. I don't agree with hate. I don't agree with blah, blah, blah. Personally, I know Kyrie. And in this current moment, I'm in touch with him, and we're touching up on blah, 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 blah. Yeah. But when you go out and say, I don't respect what it blah, 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 you kind of start to discredit him. And I don't feel like you should ever discredit somebody that you fuck with.
Yeah,
you know?
I agree, too. Djones, what were you saying about the Black Power thing?
Damn. I'm so in tune. Just
shit got deep.
Listen to y'all. I didn't forget.
Because you were saying, because like that's we were talking about that, and you were saying, I guess, you feel like black people do have power, but it's just a certain way. But I also feel the same way as Jack feels about LeBron James. That's the only reason I brought that up, because that's someone that we look at as supposedly like a leader in the community, and it's. And I know everyone doesn't agree with what Kyrie said, and no one is even saying that they agree with what Kyrie said. But this is clearly like you can obviously tell they trying to make an example out of him, and I think it's because we don't have any power. We don't.
I feel like we do have power, but what comes with that power is risk. Like, are you willing to stand up and lose money behind that?
And when you say risk, it's like, it's not normal risk.
It's life-changing risk. It's like you work your whole life to be this
they're not fair.
billionaire, and will you stand up for your people, but will you lose that for your people as well? Yeah.
Because when you're standing up from your people, it's not going to be smooth sailing. It's going to be a lot of ups and downs, because it's like, right now, it's crazy. A lot of black people starting to get behind Kanye, but we gave him a lot of shit in the past.
And that's why I said, because I've been on Kanye's side the whole time, but it's like it's hard to come up and supposedly as for the black community, or not just for a community in general, when they're just gonna tear you down. You know what I'm saying? They call this, it's like whole like celebrity, like big people in the community calling this nigga crazy.
Not just people in the community.
Calling him crazy.
Frequent collaborators.
And same thing with Kyrie, LeBron. It's like, it's just hard, bro. Because it's like, that's why, like, and we're gonna talk about this a little bit more, because Jack just referenced about the situation that happened this week with Takeoff, but long live Takeoff, but. Yeah, so it's like, it's just hard, like in the community, bro, because we don't have any power, and plus I believe we don't have too much power, and plus we're not united.
And when we say power, like, understand, like, we're not talking about influence, we're not talking about money, we're not talking about connections, we're talking about actual fucking power.
We're talking about power.
We're talking about ownership. We're talking about fucking equity. We're talking about that shit as a whole.
Media ownership.
Man, and it's
what is actually reported and how it's actually reported.
When you think of your top 15 to 20 like media platforms, and whether that be news or like blog sites or this, that, and the third, how many of them are black ran? You know, it's like, so when we talk about power, we're talking about controlling the narrative. And it's like we don't really have a lot of that power. Really, unfortunately, we don't.
And not only that, when we do get the power, you know, we just tear each other down with the power. Like shit, the Shade Room is ran by
crazy with it.
Shade Room is ran by black people, and see the shit they post. I mean, it's just tearing each other down. It's nothing like actually that's relevant, or maybe if it is, it's just mainly it's just tearing each other down, you know. Yeah. And that's my issue. That's why I feel like we got to fix. But you know, it's just hard because people act as if like this is just us doing it and we're just the ones doing it. But it's like there's actual financial factors and corporations and everything that's pushing certain shit. And you know, and we're gonna talk about that a little bit more with the Takeoff situation. But as far as the whole Kyrie situation and suspension, let me ask you this: if you were Kyrie Irving, I'll ask Djones this, and I'm gonna ask Jack this. If you were Kyrie Irving, Djones, what would you do? You know, you saw that list of the 5 things they wanted him to do, basically, before he comes back to be able to play, and you know he's suspended without pay, so they're not paying him. But
they haven't even given him a definite suspension.
They haven't given him a definite suspension.
At least 5
games. But see, that's the thing. That's the reason they said
crazy.
The reason they said that because he has to complete those 5 things for him to come back. So, would you, if you were Kyrie, you know, obviously you got a family. Not you personally, but I'm saying, well, you do that, fam. But I'm saying, like, if you were Kyrie,
he has other people's livelihoods.
Exactly. If you were Kyrie, would you go ahead and do those things, or would you just stand your ground and stand for what you believe in?
I mean, if I had more people supporting me, I'll stand my ground. But the thing about Kyrie, I feel like right now he has already done enough. He spoke out. Nobody else has spoke out against the media, saying on all 10 toes. He just got, you know, hit with consequences. And now it's like, what is he going to do now? And I feel like it just take like a couple more people to get behind him, to have some power.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I feel like if I was him, I'll be able to, you know, okay, I can do this. But
as of right now, do you feel like it's enough people that are behind him that gave him?
No.
Nah.
Okay.
Not at all.
With LeBron James, what he just said about Kyrie, that's not support.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's supposed to be your little bro.
Exactly.
Then I believe they just made an example out of Jalen Rose. He said something about the.
I thought that he said something about.
He said something about the Kyrie and Kanye's situation.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
Even 30 minutes. I want to say 30 minutes after they had him apologize.
Damn.
On live TV. Yeah. So it's like it's real life consequences.
Yeah.
I think
and we don't know what's going on behind closed doors.
You know what bothers me the most with this situation?
Go ahead.
What bothers me the most with the situation is why does he have to pay $500,000? You know, why does he turn around and return have to miss 5 games? Why are we taking money out of the pocket if the ultimate issue is the lack of sensitivity? Not only are they penalizing this man monetary, they also have him, he has to sit down with local rabbi and community leaders before he can return to that team. That is insane. Yeah. I'm not saying that the meeting with the local leaders is insane. I'm saying that if this is ultimately about understanding, why isn't that the only requirements? I'm all for having a seat at the table and understanding where somebody else is coming from. I'm not a fan of hurting people, you know, or being insensitive to people. I can have a conversation with anybody. And so my question is, if we ultimately want change and we ultimately want to progress as a race, not race, as a people as a whole, black, white, Mexican, whomever, why do we also have to punish him financially? It's kind of like you know what I'm saying? It's like, if we want change, cool, let's have the seat at the table. But why are we making you pay $500,000 to that organization, and then you have to turn around and miss out on more money.
But see, and I agree with you. It's just the thing is we don't have any power. Like, so they can do whatever the fuck they want.
So they're saying,
and LeBron will still come on that podium and say the same shit he said. Everyone. I don't want to get into it too much, but it's like we barely have any power at all.
So when we say power, that's one of the things that kind of gets me. Is like, it kind of feels like by them, by him having to be penalized so much financially, it's like, is money really the ultimate power? Yeah. Because I would much rather him like meet with people that he's offended and, fix that. Amend those bridges if you've offended your fans, or people close to the organization. My only question is...
They don't care about that shit.
Yeah, so my only question is, why does it always boil down to a point to where when you do something offensive, they have to hit you with a dollar amount? Yeah. Why we can't just, like, fix shit on some genuine shit behind closed doors? Why can't we make genuine, real fucking change? Yeah. That money is fucking nothing. That money don't fix shit. You donate to them organizations is not fixing shit. You actually having real conversation with the people that you've offended, I feel like that's gonna fix a lot. Yeah. And definitely. I just hate that it always boils down to a fact
but see, they're not. The
powers that
you know what I'm saying. I just lost all faith in that type of stuff because I just don't think I don't think people are coming to it with in good faith. Yeah. Like they're not coming. Like people are not. These corporations, they're not coming to it in good faith. For example, Nike talking about, oh, we're gonna suspend him. This is the same Nike that is in partnerships at this moment with the government of China. Yeah. The government of China, government of China, which has the Muslim camps and everything like that. This is the same Nike that's in partnership with the government of China. So it's like, oh, we care about what a black athlete tweets about, but we don't care about what the Chinese government is doing. Yeah, we still partners with them. So they're not coming in with good faith. It's not about we're trying to stop hate and anti-Semitism. It's not about none of that shit. I just feel like it's not about that. It's about
showing
something.
You got that power.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they basically letting you know every single time this shit happens with certain groups of people. It's like, niggas come out and attack you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's funny. It's like I told Jack this. It's never the first person to come out and say what you're saying is wrong, or come out and attack you, or come out and say you need to apologize. It's never. Yeah. It's always a nigga that looks just like you, bro. Facts. It's always a nigga that looks just like you. It's always some nigga like that looks just like you. And nigga that's signed to some other nigga, and they told this nigga to go tell that nigga to, hey, you better chill out, nigga. Like, it's always some nigga that looks just like you, bro. That just want to get their check. That's like shit.
Hey, bro, they talk to
like,
me.
You know what I'm saying?
They
like,
told me
you better chill out, bro. Crazy shit, bro.
And that's a tough situation to be in. That's a tough situation to be in. And I think that comes back to like the money and power and like just being able to control exactly your future and your destiny and whatnot. And we got a lot to do as a race. Like, we still got a lot of progression that we got to make, but it's possible. It's doable.
Speaking about that topic, let's get into the actual topic, the meat of the podcast. Jack already alluded to it earlier. Man. As everyone knows, Migos band member or rapper Takeoff died recently. Was it Monday, I believe, or Monday night? Yeah, Monday night.
Early Tuesday morning.
One of the most sad things that happened in a while in hip hop. I mean, it's It's like one of those things where, almost like the Kobe passing, one of those things where it's like
you still can't believe.
You're like, man, this person is really not here, and it's like
shit is crazy. He wasn't even really a violent person.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
To die in a violent way.
Exactly, and that's shocking. It just sucks. It really does, because see, the difference between this, I feel like one of the differences between this death and other rappers' deaths is that we've been following Takeoff and the Migos for years. This is like someone who's been in the game for almost a little bit above 10 years.
Yeah, over a decade.
Over a decade. So we know We know a lot about his personality. We know what type of person he was. He wasn't.
I mean, he helped raise us.
You know what I'm saying? Like we were listening to their music in high school.
Versace,
you know what I'm saying? In the football locker room in high school.
Nah, for real.
Like, and so that's just what it's just really tough, man. Like, there's a lot of stories coming out. You know, everyone's trying to get the truth, including the police. But ain't nobody want to say nothing. But you know. But there's a lot of stories coming out. Some people say this, some people say that. A lot of beef starting to happening because of what happened on Monday. So I just want to get y'all, opinions on what happened and what.
Can I have a shot of Patron before I give my opinion?
Yeah, you got a shot.
Can I have a shot of Patron before I give my opinion?
Slow down and don't take it too much, but. I'm gonna start with Djones though. You know, what were your thoughts when you heard the news on Monday when that happened?
Shit, my first thing I'm thinking like how,
yeah,
why it's Takeoff, like why is he being shot? Like who want to shoot Takeoff?
Like you know what I'm saying? Like who the fuck?
Like him personally, like maybe somebody else, like maybe like Offset,
yeah,
Quavo, but he really didn't have no ops to me.
Yeah.
So, like, what's going on? So as soon as I found out, then it was in Texas and Houston. It was like, damn,
yeah,
what's going on? And then I kind of felt
it's like close to home.
I felt bad for him because it's like we all know Migos they not on the same page.
Yeah,
you know, as far as them and Offset. So it's like felt bad for Offset. Then I'm just like I felt bad for Quavo because they all family at the end of the day, and it's like. Why do it always happen to the good ones?
Like, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Bro stayed out the way. Bro made solid music, and he was just off the scene. You know,
you see that
laid
message?
Back, cool dude.
You see that text message he sent to Metro Boomin when his mom died?
I
you saw that?
What did he say?
It was basically, just giving him his condolences and telling him to stay strong, and he was quoting the Bible and everything. And it's like
it was just like a demonstration of his character.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
it just shows you what type of guy he really was. Like behind closed doors.
Exactly, and so it's always like you said, it's always tough because it's like especially with a person like that, because you never seen them in any. They've always been like. Just about their business and been a straight up
rap beef.
Not even a rap beef. He never even
was in, like to go a decade in the rap
and
game.
You can tell how much love he had for like his people, like his the group. You know what I'm saying? The people around, like you could tell how much love he had around. He was just chill, cool, funny guy, and it's.
I remember dying that way. It's just tragic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the video was circulating too. It's like, dang, for you to get hit, blood just pouring out. You already dead on the scene. You know what I'm saying? It's tragic.
It is
very tragic. I think what hit me the worst about it was Monday. He passed away early Tuesday morning. So Monday I was at one of my a friend of mine. I was at a Halloween party. And there was a fight that broke out, and anybody know me, I'm not a violent person. You know what I'm saying? I'm a ladies' man. I like women. I'll be chilling. I don't be trying to be hella aggressive. That just ain't my forte. Like, if it get there, it get there. But I don't like that shit. Like, I'm a really chill person.
Right.
And so I was in the middle of a situation to where, an associate of mine, like, somebody kind of, like, attacked them, and I put myself in the middle of that and, like, got physical with some people to, like, just, like, break things up.
Yeah.
And I remember when I got home, and I woke up, like, after I went to sleep for a little bit. I didn't get home till, like, 6 a.m. Tuesday morning. So when I woke up later, I saw the news, like, 6 hours previous, 5 hours previous. Takeoff was killed. And it hit me because I was like, y'all put my body in the middle of strangers, people I don't know. I don't know where them niggas. I was in a different, area, 20 minutes, 30 minutes away from home. I wasn't in my comfort zone. And it's like I physically put my body as a barrier in between people, to like protect somebody. And so when I saw that news of him like getting killed, I was
Who was you protecting?
Man, I was protecting. I was protecting a coworker of mine. He was trying to listen. I'm gonna give you the full rundown. He was trying to buy some cocaine from a nigga. Listen. It ain't had nothing to do with me. But I just saw niggas swinging on him, and they were trying to put hands and feet on him.
This is a children-friendly podcast. No,
man, shit. I just saw them beating his. Yeah, it got tough. It got sticky. I had to jump in, but it ain't had nothing to do with me. But I was just like. like when I got home and I found that information, and I was just like, damn, like, you know, I physically grabbed somebody and got aggressive with them.
Right.
What if they put a gun out on me and shot me?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
what if we wasn't able to, you know, have a conversation and be like, hey, this shit ain't worth it. It's like, what if they would have did that to me? And that shit hurt me so much because I was just like, it could be any of us, man.
And you know what? Like, it's really, really sad because me personally, I really think a lot of this stuff, especially like not even like a lot of stuff with that, what happened with Takeoff, a lot of it could have been avoided, man. Like, it's like we were talking about this, like just about pride and ego. Like, apparently Quavo got into an argument with somebody. I'm not gonna say I think I know who it is, but I'm not gonna say it on air or whatever. Yeah. But apparently Quavo got into an argument with somebody, and you know, it's just tempers flare. You know, when you get a lot of people probably intoxicated. This was after a private party. You know, a lot of people were probably intoxicated. A lot of women were there, like, you know, in like outfits. By the way,
he said that.
I'm gonna say this. Y'all women need to get a better outfit, bro. Stop with the sexy nurses. You know, like that shit. That for Halloween, that shit played out. Stop with the what's the other one? Dead prom girl or some shit like that. All that shit played out. You know what I'm saying? I like the bitches that come in Steve Harvey outfits.
Little dead, nah, factual. I'm tired of the dead.
You know what I'm saying? But and then like the angels and the devils and whatever. But it was a lot of women that was dressed like that.
Bitch, can you pull up as Timon and Pumbaa?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I need something like that. I need
be creative. But anyway, but yeah, like it was just a lot of, and you know how niggas are with weed, alcohol, women around. Like, it's just pride and ego, you know, pride and ego, and it's like it's really tough because I want to ask you guys this because it's a bigger point as far as the rap and the hip hop scene, bro. You are a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? Why are you shooting dice in front of a bowling alley?
I mean, I think it comes down to this. You know what I'm saying? I know you didn't want to say any names, but you know you got people that supposedly hold weight in their city, and when these rappers or top people, you know, come to their city or whatever, quote unquote, they supposed to be protected, but they got to check in, and it just so happened. I feel like he wasn't with the right people.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. You know,
Southside feels the same way.
I put it like this: some people is gonna, I wouldn't say come up off you or try to finesse, but some people, are just here for the moment.
Yeah, that's definitely
a valuable point. That's a very valuable point.
And like, I feel like if you tied in with somebody in a certain area and they come,
a nigga that don't care about the fame.
Yeah.
A nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like a nigga that don't care about none of that.
We gonna get it in and we gonna rock out.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah. Most definitely.
And then when it comes to personal shit, cause who knows what it was over. It couldn't have been a dice game, it couldn't have been a basketball game, but
could have been egos, could have been pride.
Yeah. But if we cool on a certain level, that's not gonna ever.
Ain't nobody dying. We talking about pulling guns after a private party.
Yeah.
That has to be like that's malicious. It can't be no good intent from that. In my personal opinion, it's like, bro, we just had a private party, bro. It's 2-3 a.m. We all rich.
Yeah.
Why guns getting pulled? Like, we're rich, nigga. We having money. How I get to the point? Why guns even here, nigga?
But see, and that's why I've been saying this on almost every show, bro. Why does this shit only happen in this genre of music? Why are we not seeing Ed Sheeran? Man. You know what I'm saying? Why are we not seeing like some of these Taylor Swift? Like, why?
If you gotta be around, if you gotta be at private party as a musician, if I gotta be at a private party with other wealthy people, rich people around me, and I gotta have a gun with me, I don't know if I want to be famous, bro.
Yeah. That's what
I don't
I'm
know
saying.
if I want it. I don't know if it's worth it.
It's only happening in one genre of music.
My mama don't need that phone call.
Yeah,
to a certain extent, some of these people that so-called you got to check in with, I think they just extorting these people.
Extorting, bro, because it's like, again,
to be honest, I mean, they not just doing it for money; they can do it for clout.
Most definitely.
Yeah,
they can do it for that title
because it's like
big homie name.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like again, like you said, extortion. Because and you know, I'm just keep this a buck. They only gonna do that to black people, bro.
Yeah.
They like, you know what I'm saying, nigga. These pop stars and country stars and whatever stars and BTS and okay.
My mama called.
Boy. But yeah, anyways, these pop stars and these Korean stars and these country stars and everything, like they just going city to city to city to city to city to city, like doing their thing, getting their bag, and it's like a nigga, they before the first thing they do touchdown, so they gotta find you know what I'm saying, who to check in with, like, and it's like it's
and I feel like certain people are like genuine when you come to their city. They just want you to, you know, be safe, you know, show you to the familiar spots, and you know, just let you know what I'm saying. I'm here if you need anything.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But you got other people on the other end. You know what I'm saying? Hey, when you come through here, you know, holler at me.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly.
Cause hey, it may get real on that other end,
right?
And I know when they say it can get real on that other end, you know, they can be set up or something. You know?
Yeah,
you never know how the game goes, and it's like I feel like rappers these days, you got to be extremely safe. Like you got to close that back door.
Yeah,
can't nobody outside your circle, you know, be that close to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. Do you feel like it's like 2-part question, but first one, do you feel like as a rapper, like let's say you were a rapper or something like that, do you feel like you would go ahead and check in and do all that thing, or like would you just stick to yourself, you know? And like,
I mean, I feel like I'll stick to myself because it's like once you check in, you giving that person whoever you check in
like power. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? You already giving them that go ahead.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And
I feel like as a grown ass man, you know what I'm saying, I shouldn't have to check in with nobody.
Yeah.
The only time I'm checking in is like when I'm in town with my mama.
You know what I'm saying? I'm checking in with my family members. That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, should no other man should be worried about what I'm doing, whether I'm in a city or not.
Yeah.
Unless I'm causing harm to you or something, you know, bringing down your business. But it's like I don't know why, and this got to stop. You know what I'm saying? Like Takeoff, that really hurt a lot.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Bro stayed out the way, made good music. You know what I'm saying? And he, like I said earlier, he was not violent. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why gotta happen to the good ones?
Yeah.
Bro was young, didn't have no
Very
kids.
young.
You know what I'm saying? He
Very
just,
young.
you know, solid dude, but you know what I'm saying? You just gotta be extremely safe now.
Yeah.
Not even just being a rapper, if you the entertainer, you know what I'm saying? Just be safe.
And you know, it's like, and another thing I want to bring up too, because it's tough because I feel like rap and hip hop is like, there's a bunch of contradictions in it, because it's like we sit up here and we'll be like, oh, rest in peace this, rest in peace Takeoff, and rest in peace Takeoff, rest in peace all the rappers that get killed. But then we go back to listening to the same type of music where they talking about killing, like running. And then another thing, I ain't gonna lie, I was watching a little bit of DJ Academics, and he brought up oh look who back, but he brought up a good point. He was like, man, we for every rapper who died, we always like, we want who did it to be brought to justice. We want to, but then the rappers that go to jail, we talking about free YSL, free Millie, free this, free that, and it's like, what? So what is it? Do we want like street codes, or do we want just every street codes to be like shit, free everyone? I think, or do we want? Are we going to pick and choose? Are we going to pick and choose? You know what I'm saying?
People gonna have their favorites all the time.
It's a contradiction though. But like as an overall as a pop community, like it's a contradiction. Like true. Are we not? Another thing Charles White said, like, are we not supposed to use? Like, and trust me, I'm the most. I don't want to say anti-police, but I'm not a nigga that fuck with the police like that. Yeah. And so,
and we can speak to that.
You know what I'm saying?
We know you personally.
Yeah, like I don't fuck with the police like that. But it's like, I mean, bro, if if an old black lady, you know what I'm saying, gets mugged or some shit,
are we had that file?
You know what I'm saying? Like, are we gonna expect her to not report that shit? Are we gonna respect?
She better stand on business.
Even just a nigga, bro, like just a regular nigga who
most definitely.
Are we expecting him to live up to street codes and not go to police? Like, bro, what's the end goal? What is our morals, or what are we standing on, bro? Because I don't understand. We pick and choose. It's a pick and choose thing.
We want the celebrities to be able to talk about that street shit, you know, from a real point. But we don't want to. People don't want to actually go home and deal with
like
that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, so it's like.
And I dislike that heavily.
Me
that
too. Because again, like I said, if it's street codes, shit, then free everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think everything is real.
Free Eric Holder. You know, free every. Nah, for real, bro.
Long live Nip. I got the victory lap tattoo.
Like, I fuck with Nip so much, bro. But it's like, again,
yeah, that's what they promote.
Exactly. If a rapper gets locked up, we gonna be talking about free YSL. We don't know if he did or not. But we talking about free YSL. They talking about 50 bodies on this nigga.
And then the crazy thing about it is when like we be like free these people so like we can deal with it in the streets.
Yeah.
Who are these people that are dealing with it in the streets?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not the rapper.
Like I you know, like if you've ever met a person that's dealing with it in the streets, he ain't got shit to his name.
Like, you know what I'm saying, bro?
He's starving.
And it's usually a young kid, like some young person.
Which is why they willing to knock off somebody fame. Cause like shit, at the end of the day, when they go to jail, at least they got somewhere to sleep. At least they got lights over their head. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I think we promote so much of that shit until it finally like hits close to home.
Yeah.
And then when shit finally start hitting close to home, I think that's when people start to be like, maybe this ain't the way to go. But I think the problem is people haven't had enough situations that hit them close to home. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Once you deal with so many experiences, you just like, fuck, bro. Like, I'm tired of this shit. I don't want no more of it. Yeah. But it's like niggas ain't had enough of them to where it's like, you know, people think losing their favorite rapper in their city is like a big L. You know what I'm saying? That makes them be like, they need to stop the violence. Imagine if you've lost a relative in your city or multiple. Nigga, that hit different.
They do.
You know what I'm saying? So my thing is people are dealing with that shit on a every single day basis. But a lot of times it doesn't hit the masses until it affects them in like a mainstream way, until it's their favorite artist or until it's somebody blah, blah, blah. But it's people that's dealing with this shit every single day.
Every day.
You know?
R.I.P. my three.
Man, long live them.
Shit, so yeah, like, I don't know what the solution would be, you know, like, I don't think there is going to be a solution. Like,
at least I think there's going to be a solution. I don't think it's going to happen in the near future. See, I have to think that there's going to be a solution because if I don't think that there's going to be a solution, that means that like I'm just living a lost life.
Well, I think there's going to be a solution, but I don't think most of us going to like it. You know, I got a solution right now, but I don't think. Man, I don't even want to say.
What's your solution? I think there's going to be.
It's borderline what Charleston White said.
What is that? Death to all gang members.
Nah, bro, but it's like, bro.
Respectfully.
Man, I don't want to say this because I fuck with a lot of people, so I really don't want to say this.
Hey, if you gonna play it safe, play it
safe. Look at this nigga, same nigga. Okay, all right, I'm gonna say this.
Yikes!
At some point, we got to make
the views expressed by Chuck are solely his. I just want you to know that
these are solely my views.
Chuck's.
Solely me and Djones views. That's just me and Djones views.
I agree too. They're my niggas.
Nah, but I was gonna say, I think there needs to be a clear line of, and I don't even want to use the word, but it needs to be a clear line of who is street or whatever, and who.
I think that's impossible because street is relative.
But see, and that's the thing. That's what. But I will say this though, like. I man,
speak your mind.
There just has to be some type of division because at this point, like, I don't think it's too ingrained in us. Like, I know I was saw a tweet today talking about like you know, the adults are already too far gone. Like, we got to start dealing with the kids.
Yeah,
and I agree, but it's like.
I had that conversation with you the other day.
Yeah, you did. I do agree. Like we got. Like, I agree. Adults is too far gone, bro. It's too many people that have these deep rooted mindsets. You ask them where it's from, they don't know. They just think it's black culture. People think nowadays poor culture is black culture.
Yeah.
All the shit that we talking about, like, it's not only black people that do it. Yeah. It's poor people around the world that do that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So what, is every poor person part of black culture? Yeah. That's not black culture. That's just poor culture, bro.
So what is black culture?
I feel like that's greatness. You know what I'm saying? That's a tough question. That's a tough question because it's like,
I feel like black culture hasn't been expressed.
We gotta find a way to divide and see what is.
We know what black culture is. I just think the world needs to like the way that, like, when niggas watch, when the regular people watched Black Panther and they was like, whoa, this is amazing. Multiply that times a million. Nigga, you know that's black culture for me on a daily basis.
Yeah.
I love being black, bro.
Me too,
I love
bro.
Everything that come with it. Even the hardships that come with it. I fucking love it. Because I feel like at the end of the day, if you special, you special, and you gonna deal with shit that the regular person doesn't deal with. I'm not saying that other people aren't special. I'm just saying I feel like I'm fucking special. You know what I'm saying? You can't be mad at me for having, because if you feel like you special, I'm never gonna tell you you're not. You know, whether you're black, white, Mexican, no matter what your race is. If you love yourself, you love yourself.
I feel like black culture is mainly about resiliency. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like black people are the most resilient species on earth, bro. Honestly, like to put into context, bro. Like, people in black people in America have been enslaved for 400 years, and look how fast. You know what I'm saying?
And that's only according to records. Like, that's as far as we can track it back. Like,
and that's not even including, like,
we're not talking Jim Crow.
All that shit. But look how fast black people have caught up. You know what I'm saying?
It's scary, ain't it?
That's what I'm talking. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about, resiliency. So my thing about it is we got to start separating. You know what I'm saying? What exactly is black culture? You know what I'm saying? Black culture versus what it exactly is, bro. Because like I said, drugs, a lot of street shit, that's not black culture, bro. That's poor culture.
Because they do it in, like,
they do it everywhere.
Selling drugs in Russia.
You know what I'm saying? They do it everywhere. Every poor place, they do the same shit.
They gangster, they trapping everywhere.
Exactly, bro.
It's not just us.
It's
I know
not
some
just
gangster
us.
white people.
Yeah.
It ain't just us.
You know what I'm saying? So,
we
like,
can be businessmen.
That shit gotta be separated, bro. Like, that shit gotta be separated. Like, we gotta actually start having, like, and even just having conversations like this, bro. Like, it has to start happening because, you know, we're just losing too many people. It's just plain and simple.
Behind closed doors.
I think so too.
But it's not. I feel like everything is not in motion.
Why do you think it? Why do you think that it's just happening behind closed doors? Why you think, like, why is it just happening behind closed doors?
Because everyone's scared to, like, get criticized by their own people.
Yeah, because if it happened, like, on the scene or on mainstream, you know, they'll get canceled so quick.
Yeah, that's why I say everyone's scared.
What does it mean? What does it mean? What does it mean to be canceled?
I'm gonna let Djones answer that.
Kanye right now.
Yeah.
They taking deals away from you.
Yeah.
They taking money away from you.
Yeah.
Young black people coming out saying you wrong.
And they damn near taking your family away.
They and it's crazy you said it. They trying to knock Kanye off the billionaire list now because he no longer has that connection with Adidas. So when you say they taking this, that, and the third from you, you're right.
Exactly.
You're really fucking right.
I mean,
bro.
they can take whatever, but they can't take, you know.
Yeah, they can't take
what he's standing for.
Yeah.
No way.
I think as this Kyrie shit is going on, plus the Kanye and this, that, and the third, I think it's starting to wake up more and more people.
It is. And that's what I like. It is.
And I my biggest issue with everything, and like I said, I love everybody. You happy, I'm happy. Your business is not my business. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the fuck you want to do, nigga, I want you to do it to the fullest of your extent.
Yeah.
Live your motherfucking life. I want everybody to be happy. But I think when we get to a point to where we're taking money away from people and their livelihood and this, that, and the third over retweets, I think that's a very, very slippery slope. And I think that's scary for me as a black man.
Racism.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's like, I think it's scary for me. And it's crazy because what Kanye was kind of saying, we're actually seeing it with Kyrie.
But like
we've never seen an NBA player. Tell me if I'm wrong or right. And not just an NBA player, a professional athlete the list that they hit Kyrie with, we have never seen that in professional sports. In order to rejoin your team, we have never seen that
exactly.
before.
And I was gonna say,
has never happened, bro.
To Jones' point, like, you know, the only silver lining in this is that look how the people are seeing, like, how damn, like, look at this response, like. He must be saying something they don't like. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He must be. Most of the time when people get bashed, they must be saying something true.
Most
like, and it's like conflicting. Like, same thing with Kanye. And it's like people who've never even. I know people who
him to a certain extent.
People who've never known about this shit are researching about that shit now. So it's like that's the silver lining in it.
My mama is a single mom to 5 boys. Mm-hmm. You know what she used to tell us all the time? Don't pay attention to how I'm saying it. Pay attention to what I'm saying.
Exactly.
I think so many times they disregard what people are actually saying. Mm-hmm. They put so much attention on the tone.
Yeah.
What if you're just emotional?
Yeah.
If something is factual, it's factual. Or if this is the way that you really feel, it's the way that you really, really feel. Mm-hmm. And I think so many times, like, we write people off because of their delivery and their tone.
That's fact.
But it's like, at the end of the day, like, man, like, I'm sure you've dealt with successful people, and you too. Mm-hmm. The most successful people that y'all have dealt with, they probably weren't very sensitive. They were probably brash.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
they were probably very assholes.
Exactly.
A lot of cuss words, a lot of, like, slick comments, a lot of little slick talk.
Yeah.
The most successful people you've ever been around, that's what they're like.
Yeah.
So my thing is, like, how do we get so sensitive when it comes to these certain areas?
Well, see, it
gets sensitive when it's true and they hit a spot.
Yeah.
Like,
it's not fun to. It's not. Sometimes it's not fun to think about shit you didn't plan to think about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes niggas hit you with some shit and you just like, whoa, your mind just go blank.
Yeah.
That's not a fun position to be in at all. It's not a fun position.
Nah, for real.
But I think that's what sparks conversation.
That's why I just like conversation, bro. I like, you know what I'm saying? I like people actually getting out their schedule of their 24/7 schedule and actually looking at something that they never would have looked at if whatever, like Kyrie, if Kyrie and I would have never known Kyrie retweeted that if all this shit.
I'm trying to buy a book and a movie right now.
Like, you know what I'm saying, bro?
And
like,
I ain't saying I support it. I'm not saying I'm support it. I just saying I need to see what's
going on. Like, what's the uproar about?
Something if I don't know what's going on.
Exactly. What's the uproar about?
You know
Let me see
saying?
What's the uproar is about.
If I'm a cancel you or do this, that, and third, how can I cancel you if I don't know what I'm canceling you on?
Yeah.
I can't take other people's word for it. I got to see it with my own eyes so I can be like, yeah, you cancel for that right there.
Exactly.
But I can't take his word for it or her word for it. Let me see it with my eyes so I can fucking cancel you myself.
Yeah.
Or so I can be like, oh, you know, well, maybe he does have a, you know, this, that, and the third. But I think the issue nowadays is we're so scared to have conversation and we're so scared
because
to have
don't nobody want to lose their jobs. Nobody wants to make anyone else mad that they know personally or whatever.
And the world will never get better until people start to step into that point. Because right now we're just in a position to where people aren't doing what they genuinely believe or what they genuinely love.
Yeah.
We're in a position right now where people are trying to protect their livelihood.
Exactly.
And as long as people are trying to protect their livelihood, it's never going to be genuine because everybody's livelihood is different.
Well,
what's important to me is not important to the next person and point forward. So it's like until we get to the point to where everybody can put their livelihood to the side and sit there and think about the bigger picture and be like, man, let me sit at a table with you. Let me put my feelings aside. Let me put my emotions aside. Let me hear what you actually saying and let me see where you coming from. Until we can get to that point, we ain't going to be able to make that change that we need to make.
No, for real. That's a fact. But, you know.
That hurts my heart.
Yeah. You know, I'm just glad that these conversations are being had right now. I'm glad that we're here having this conversation. And if y'all like the content, again, please like and subscribe. Throwing the Towel podcast, on YouTube. We got a couple minutes left here because I got to go. I got something going on after, So
he got a movie date tonight.
Hey! Don't put my business out there.
He finna go see The Woman King.
Hell no. What the fuck is a woman king?
Got a date night?
I'm trying to meet one. It sound like an Amazon. A woman king sound like a stallion.
It
sound like a stallion.
But isn't a woman king just a queen?
Yeah.
I don't know.
She sound fine though. The woman king sound fine. I don't know where she at. I don't know how they originated, but she sound fine in a motherfucker.
She probably lesbian, bro.
I had to find out.
She sound bad.
Did you watch it?
Hell no.
I feel like
What you mean? Hell no. You don't support the woman king?
I feel like
Man,
the
what is
woman
that
king
about?
like
It's about black women.
That shit sound like a black stud.
I love some black women.
Oh, look how everyone.
Man, no offense to studs, but shit, I'm not trying to watch.
I ain't trying to put his business out here, but this man just said he loved black women.
Hey man, thank y'all for tuning in. You know, we'll catch y'all next episode.
Yeah, you know.
Throw in the motherfucking clap.
That shit is all cap. That shit they saying is all cap, y'all.
Yeah, but yeah, so we just. One more topic. We just have one more topic. Whatever y'all want to talk about, we can just open it for this because we got like.
Wait, y'all really finna do me like this?
Huh?
Y'all really finna do me like this?
No. We just playing.
Black women, nigga said.
We just playing. We just playing. We just playing. We playing around, bro. We all love black women. We all date black women. We just playing around.
Lil Wayne said, "I just want to fuck every girl in the world." I felt that. Y'all all beautiful, short, tall,
We just
small.
Jackson's our nigga, so whenever one of our niggas deviate from the black woman, we always come back. We always come back. I ain't gonna lie to you, nigga. I've deviated from the black woman before. I didn't like what happened, so I came back.
Say, man.
I came right back.
Yeah. No truth.
I love black women.
Hey, you came from one.
Yeah, I came from one. Yeah, but okay. Do y'all want to talk about anything else, or y'all good?
Man, I just want to tell Terrence Crawford signed on paper.
Most definitely. Follow me on Twitter, and Twitter is Jack_Pickett, PICKETT 33.
Do you want to talk about? Okay, follow Jack. Do you want to talk about? Because I don't know, it's out there that there's a release date for the album.
That's release date for the album.
It's out there, it's floating around. I don't know where I heard it from.
I've been hearing that it's December 4th.
December 4th.
We just right now we just like, man, we just trying to see how everything pan out.
Okay.
I write we writing a lot. We making a lot of music. We got a lot of old music. We got a lot of new music on the way. So I think it's just this will be my debut project. I've only released one single, and that was years ago. And like, I appreciate the attention and everything I got from it. But that was when I was like 21, 22. I'm 26 now.
Streets
so
been
like,
waiting ever since.
You know what I'm saying? So like, this music is mature, and I got a lot of fans that been following me for years and years and years. So I just want to make sure that when I drop this, like, this is something that they can listen to and be like, yeah, this is Jack.
Yeah.
Like, this is Jackson. Like, this the guy that I know. So I just wanted to be true to myself, and like, I just want to make sure, man, I get the people that what they looking for. But yeah, we definitely dropping some shit in the very, very near future. So
that's what's up.
Just stay tapped in with me, please.
That's what's up. And on that project, is there anyone, like, as far as any other artists or producers you want to?
So when I first started doing music, I was never
engineers, whatever.
Yeah, I was. Oh, you the engineer? Chill out, this nigga here, man. Chuck has produced every single. Chuck has made the beat for every single song that's on my upcoming project, and it's called The Marvelous One. And MARVELOUSWON. It's a marvelous one because it's a big win, but at the same time, I'm the marvelous one. ONE. It's a triple entendre, like So
that's dope.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm just really, really excited for him. I had a lot of people, that put a lot of faith into me, and it's just like my whole thing with this project is just the people that's close to me. I just want them to hear it and be like, "Damn, this Jack."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just want everybody to know that, like, all the faith that you put into me, like, all the belief that you put into me, all the trust that you put into me, all the money that you put into me, like all the people that you told to stream my music and this, that, and the third. I want you to know that like this shit that I'm working on, like this is for y'all, bro.
Yeah.
I would never do the music if it wasn't for the people that's like beside me. When I say the people beside me, I mean like y'all niggas.
Yeah.
And I mean on top of that, like he not here right now, but Jay Stu is one of them. You know, D Green is one of them. Shout out Stu Boy, shout out Senpai, shout out Keita Man, like. All them niggas, bro, like, everybody close to me, like, if y'all niggas didn't believe in me to do this music, I swear to God, I would never do this shit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like my ultimate goal is just for y'all to hear the music and be like, damn, I can smile. Like, damn, I made my brother push himself to that limit to where he can do blah, 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 blah. So, you know, we got a lot of shit on the up and up, and I'm just excited. I'm grateful that y'all let me to be a part of this podcast today, man. Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Yeah, no problem, man. But see,
Yes, sir.
and even, you know, Stu will hopefully be back next podcast. You know, Stu is a busy man. You know, he got a lot of stuff going on, but whenever he's gracious enough to come on the podcast, you know, we always like are open to our nigga, bro. So shout out to Stu, shout out to Senpai, shout out to Green, shout out to Keita Man. Those are all
Shout out the team.
Shout out the whole team, you know.
Shout out the fans.
That's the whole gang, you know.
Yes,
and
sir.
so you know, since I guess we're gonna close it out. This has been a really great discussion, I believe. And you know, so we're gonna close it out here. Again, if y'all like the content, please like and subscribe to our YouTube page, Throwing the Towel Podcast.
Yeah.
On Instagram, Throwing the Towel 214. On Twitter, the same thing, you know. And like I said, we're always open to new ideas or topics y'all want to talk about. So if there's something that y'all want to talk about, just DM us, you know. We'll always answer, you know, whether it be me, D Jones, Stu, someone's gonna answer. And so we're just open to that. So Jones, tell them where they can find you at and all your handles.
Y'all can find me, you know what I'm saying? I'm Throwing the Towel Podcast, you know.
You know, Jones
on IG.
Jones move like he doing something illegal, so you don't want no one.
just hit the Throwing the Towel
You know what I'm
podcast,
saying?
and you can tap in with D Jones. He not into I'm his agent. He not into the
You
particulars.
know,
Just
Jones
hit
don't
the-
want to give anything
Just
out.
hit the page and you can tap in with my brother because he tapped in. Just hit the page.
Okay, yeah.
Tune in.
And then I guess for me, you can follow me at produced by _CP. That's PRODBY _CP. I'm a producer. I do a lot of stuff, mainly with music and editing and stuff like that. But if you have any questions or anything, you can DM me as well. And Throwing the Towel Podcast 214 or Throwing the Towel 214 on Instagram. Just Throwing the Towel 214 on Instagram. So please follow our IG too.
Can I throw my shit in there one time?
Yeah, you can throw this shit again.
Okay, one time. So, you know, if you're trying to get in tap with me, just follow me on Instagram, Jack, JACK, _Jonas, JONAS 33. That's my Instagram. You're trying to tap into me on Snapchat, Jackson the Great, you know. And I just want to appreciate these gentlemen for letting me be on their podcast today, because they didn't have to do that. They let me pop my shit.
Yeah.
They let me be comfortable and whatnot. So I appreciate y'all for having me, man. Thank y'all.
And please, you know, we're trying to go live. Next time we want to go live, but you know, we gotta talk to YouTube about certain things and everything. So
We're gonna get it right.
We're gonna get it right. We're gonna get it right. And but thank y'all for joining us tonight. You know, again, that's about it. Thank y'all for joining us, and see you on the next episode. Peace.
Throwing the towel.
Throwing the towel. Throwing the towel.
Bitch.
Yeah. Okay.